Shaista and Osman, welcome to Zee Connect.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you. So let's begin by knowing a little bit of background about BluBlood. Why did you decide to name it BluBlood? When did you start this, and what was the vision behind it all?
Thank you, Priya. It's great being here with you and with Zee Connect. We wanted to expand BluBlood. It has been our life force. It is literally my blue blood. But BluBlood started from the premise of luxury lifestyle management and events in 2009. And 2010, we did a bit of consulting and work with FIFA and UNICEF during the 2010 SA World Cup. That was amazing.
Yeah, I want you to elaborate more on that experience as well. Yeah.
I will. And in 2011, this little bugger stole my heart, so we decided to get married.
Not little anymore, right?
And how long have you guys been life partners as well?
13 years.
13 years.
Know each other for 14. We work together. So, the famous joke is, I sleep with my boss.
So work partners became life partners, and then did life change in terms of, it must be, sometimes it must be challenging balancing both your work relationship.
Sometimes?
And all the time.
I think
who bosses over who?
No, I think we need to come to an understanding, or we've come to an understanding that there's a certain point we switch off. But because we're entrepreneurial...
She said who bosses who?
Answer my question.
it depends at times, I think I get mostly the one that's been bossed around. So.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I promise you that's not true. You see, we've got 4 kids, right? So then he uses his henchmen to bully me.
And let me tell you, I have 3 daughters, so, daughters are for fathers. So,
yeah,
the little boy is Shaista's, the 3 girls are mine. And they defend me all around. Yeah. But, going into what you elaborated on, working together, being married, being in love, having a family, you have to have a balance. And sometimes that's very difficult to actually do because we're entrepreneurial. Yeah. So you're never switching off.
Yes.
When we moved here in 2019 into the Middle East, and when we looked at it, Dubai and the UAE, I would say, is the entertainment capital or the entertainment mecca of the Middle East.
Yeah.
So it made sense to come out into the UAE and establish our brand. And then the evil word, the COVID, came in as soon as we were here. We faced many challenges, but we persevered. And, Shaista coined the word during COVID, or the phrase which went global, which was COVID consciousness. And how that came out was when COVID happened and government started locking down, the first industry that was hit was entertainment, public.
Absolutely.
Shaista started working on a COVID conscious plan of how a show would be.
Dear friend of ours, Hassan Al-Khalini, who turned around and said to me, if anyone is going to pull the entertainment industry out of this, it's going to be you. And I said, really? And he said, yes, absolutely. Challenge accepted? I said, accepted. And that was in February.
Yeah.
We got all...
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Global lockdowns happened between Feb and March. And from that day, we worked endlessly and tirelessly to see, okay, what are we dealing with?
Yeah.
And how do we come around this to work with it instead of fight against it?
Right.
We were given that opportunity to do the first Indo Bollywood show in 2020. It was with Sonu Nigam, and we named it The Light. But from then, we never looked back in the UAE. And like Shaista said, we've done a number of shows. Pinoy Fiesta being one of them, targeted at the Filipino audience.
Correct.
Enrique Iglesias, James Blunt, Boyz II Men.
Exactly, I was coming to that. So it's not just like you were saying, not just Bollywood and not just musicians. There's been Russell Peters, James Blunt. Like, you've really curated a great star-studded lineup at your events. And has this been like a conscious sort of a move and effort to bring in artists from different fields?
Well, I wouldn't know if it's a conscious effort. The effort is completely, the premise of it. But I think at the crux of it, between the two of us, the core is very personal. We look at what we love, we love to bring about happiness. We love to have people happy in our personal setting, in our family setting, friend, and then professionally. What we do is we love to bring people together.
True.
We love that laughter, the joy that comes from it.
Yeah.
You know.
So I was going to ask you your take on the fact that they say entertainment is a business of happiness.
It is.
Well, that's our take on it. Yes.
I think from our point of view, we're blessed in the sense that we're able to bring in happiness. I always say a simple thing is, no matter what your issue, what your stress, whatever you're facing in your life, right? When you come in, whether it's a comedy show, whether it's a Bollywood show, whether it's a Western musical or kiddies show, you check those problems at the door.
Absolutely.
And
I come to two different scenarios. The first being, we did Pankaj Udas's multiple shows with Shri Pankaj Udas, and may God rest his beautiful soul. He's an amazing human being, and a very big influence in our lives. I walked into one of his songs at my wedding, or Ahista. And everybody thought that he created that song for me. Because if you don't listen to it nicely, it sounds like Or Shaista.
Oh,
Aha.
Or Ahista is the song. Oh.
So a lot of our guests thought, wow, where's Pankaj Udas? Did he sing the song just for you? But I digress. So at one of Pankaj Ji's shows, a very elderly lady came to Osman, and she grabbed him and she hugged him and she was in tears, and he took her and he comforted her and he said, okay,
you know, at the end of the show.
What can I, like, why are you so upset? And she gave him a big kiss on the cheek and she said, you know, for 4 months, I haven't come out of my house, and this is my first outing out. And
after my husband passed away. And every song that Pankaj Ji sang, I had relived a memory with my husband. And for me, that was
the business of happiness.
The business of happiness. There were other incidents that happened throughout
I will
the
just
years.
mention one more, which was, so Arjit Singh, our Arjit Singh, right? His very first international show was done by these two crazy kids over here. And his first international performance outside of India was in South Africa.
South Africa.
Yes.
That was the first international show.
Yes. Yes. You know, I just look at show after show and the different beautiful, amazing acts that allow us their love, and we are allowed to share our love.
Yeah.
And that's the premise of all of this.
Correct.
There's so much, I always say, barakah comes from barakah.
Yes.
You know? And you've got to just allow that love to resonate.
Yeah.
And that's what BluBlood is.
And I think now, like I was saying, that in the UAE now, people just wait for once the season comes on, they're waiting for BluBlood to announce the lineup of artists. And I think that's the time we are in right now in this year. So tell us what's coming up.
There's a good few great concerts coming up, but we cannot reveal it yet.
You know, you have to follow us on
Oh, let it be going exclusive on Zee TV, on Zee Connect.
you know, we've got a lot of Western acts coming. We've got a lot of Bollywood acts coming, as well as Pakistani acts. I mean, Atif Aslam and the Firdaus Orchestra for 2 years. I think this year's was better than the first year.
A lifetime concert that was Atif Aslam with Abida Parveen.
Oh,
that was
a
phenomenal.
dream concert.
Yes.
You know, we just done Shan, which we were privileged enough to do. We're doing that in South Africa again, taking him after 14 years back to South Africa.
Okay.
And there's some big Western acts coming.
Wow. You also, BluBlood celebrates its anniversary in October.
Yes, that's right.
So how many years has it been?
Oy vey, what is it?
15 years.
15 years, there we go.
15 years.
Well, it's been a pleasure talking to the two of you, and I see the passion and the joy with which you talk about BluBlood, and a happy 15 years to you.
Thank you.
And may it be more and more successful.
But thank you so much for having us, and it's always great to have you at our shows, and we hope to see you at all the next big ones.
We will be there.
Great to connect with Zee Connect. Thank you so much.
Thank you.